The Lion's Den? Yes, indeed. It is the Lion's Den. We are here, Leeds United, away from home. It doesn't get more intense for fan bases in English football than this. The hatred, everything, the history that comes with this fixture is just the biggest game for fans in the Premier League. I don't care what anybody says. Forget your Liverpools, forget your Uniteds. The police presence here alone right now, just under 2 hours before kickoff, is immense. Shows you everything that is involved in this game. I've just had something to eat now, just walking over to the stadium, to the away section. I'm sure the United fans will get a warm, rapturous, loving reception, as always, from the Leeds fans, as we always do. But yeah, this is a big game today. Early rumour has it that Martinez is out. I've sort of got a glimpse of a first team lineup. I'm not sure what's happened. Injury, sickness again. It's horrible, but it is what it is, and we have to deal with it. We're better than Leeds. We're good enough to beat them. We're good enough to beat them with Shaw at centre back if that is the case, and then we go from there. If it's that, I'm going to get over to the stadium now, getting in around, because I think we'll be let in soon. Get some early footage inside the stadium, and then wait for that actual official team news to drop and see what does come. Let's get in and amongst it. Okay, hour till kick-off, just pitch side here, front row today. This is going to be mental, but waiting for the official team news to break. I think Martinez is out, I'm not too sure. My signal has just blown completely, as it always does on a match day, so I think it's as you were. I think Dallow's still in, Bazaka's not. I'm guessing, and it may be different. I'll try and come back in a minute if it is any different, but it looks like we're missing Martinez from the team that lined up against Leeds on Wednesday, and past that I think Sancho starts ahead of Garnacho. That's my early guessing. I'll see if I can confirm that when they announce it here in the stadium, because like I said, my signal has just gone to shit. I can guarantee that the hay is starting to go anyway. Half-time, and that's a game deprived of any quality whatsoever. It's championship football, but for a couple of chances there in the last minutes of the first half, there was zero. It's just been a battle. It's just been full football, both teams kicking lots of crap out of each other, and the quality has just been devoid from both teams. Leeds haven't got much to offer, but United haven't offered much themselves. The ball seems to be breaking down with Weghorst whenever we look like we're mounting a good, decent attack, and that has to change. Whether it means substitutions again, I don't know. The game changed when we made subs last time on Wednesday in this game, but I don't know about this one. I think Weghorst is really being manhandled well by Leeds. They're standing off him, they're not letting him bring it down and get a second touch, and I think that's where it's time for United. We haven't got that quality in the final third. It took us 20 minutes just to string 4 passes together in their half. So for me, changes possibly around about 55-60 minutes, I think, from Ten Hag here. Other than that, we're solid, defended quite well. The odd little mishap here, but nothing major. It's going to take someone to take the bull by the horns again. Call the police. There's been a robbery in Leeds. Oh my God, how did United win that game? It was, let's just break it down, 80 minutes of filth and 10 minutes of just jubilation and carnage. Wow, what a game that was in terms of how bad we was to how we actually got them goals and the quality of the goals that we got. There's a big case for staying in games when you're not playing well and it's not going your way, which it didn't pretty much the whole game. Leeds fans will be walking out of here devastated. They should have took more from the game. Even I'll admit that. I think any United fan worth their weight in gold would say the Leeds were unlucky there today because they were the better team. Pretty much throughout. There were moments from United, but we had the quality in the end. I said it in my preview, Leeds don't score goals. They can't put the ball in the back of the net. The longer we stay in games and we don't get caught early, the better chance we've got in games. Well, start of the first half, it took us 20 minutes, I think, to put 4 passes together in Leeds' half. That was a sign of things to come for me. We lacked quality in that final third. Leeds just pressed us. We're a better team in terms of determination, the way they attacked the game. Everything that they did was just everything that we didn't do and needed to do. Here, it is a cauldron. The atmosphere got on top of us. Sancho got taken out first minute. It took us a while. We literally, when we got the ball up front, we didn't know what to do with it because it took us so long to get there. They had so much possession and so much territorial advantage in us. By the time we got to their final third, we were lacking in ideas. Ten Hag got it right and he got it wrong today. The starting lineup was wrong, drastically wrong. But when he made the changes, again, in this fixture, like it was on Wednesday, it made all the difference. Who'd have thought it'd have been vice versa today? I said it in the Leeds game at Old Trafford. Garnacho is an impact sub at the moment, and we need to work from that with him. And it proved it again today. He caught Leeds cold. He was brilliant when he came on. He was direct, and they just couldn't handle him. He couldn't handle him in the first game. He had to keep going through him. That was the case again there today. He was immense when he came on and deserves massive credit again. An absolute superstar in the making. And he loves scoring a late goal, doesn't he, the lad? Give him that. The joy of this, and it still being fresh from being here outside, is sort of taking over the reality of what that game was, though. I'm not going to forget. I alluded to it then just a minute ago. My voice is gone, and yes, I'm a happy, happy man. We're second in the league, for God's sake. And that result will actually be pivotal. That will be massive for us this season. Not playing well, probably our worst performance in months, especially this calendar year, in my opinion. And we got a 2-0 win away from home. Finally into double figures in goal difference as well. And like I said, second in the league, you've got to be happy with that. The problem we have is the lacking of quality in midfield, in the centre. And when you take our 2 best centre-backs out of the fold today, you can see where we lack quality and speed. There is a rule in football, there's basics to it. Touch out your feet, it passes. 2 touch. You don't need any more. Today, I mean, what was it? The second half there, I mean, I've seen 4 players get a touch of the ball for about 20 minutes. It was just going across our back line. It was like, get a touch, let's just take our time, then pass it. It was too slow. It played into Leeds' hand, and they just pressed us in the end. We invited the press on, because another good point from Leeds today, and I know I'm not bigging Leeds up here, and I'm not saying this is the Leeds show, but they learned from the first game, and they didn't press us. They allowed us to have the ball. And anyone who knows football and has watched Manchester United knows that if you let us have the ball, stand off us and be solid, we will make a mistake. It's exactly what Leeds did today, and they deserve credit for that, and their management team deserve credit for setting that up and putting Leeds out in that system. It nullified us, it stifled us, and all they needed was the energy on top. They need a striker. Oh my God, they need someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. We know that too well, but right now we've got a player who is just on the top of his game in Marcus Rashford. Anonymous through the whole game, but when it counts, he's there again with another bullet header. I mean, my God, this man has turned into Mark Hughes. When that cross came in, I was thinking, it's in. It's in. I can't believe it. We had a little bit of embrace on the sideline there. It was brilliant. It was scenes. It's always good to beat Leeds away from home, obviously. But that header was just superb. Came out of absolute nothing. But it came from the changes that Ten Hag made. That was the important thing. This is going to be massive for Manchester United going forward. We'll have to learn from it because it was poor. It was dreadful, in fact, in big phases in that game, and we cannot forget about that. We can take the win and go, you know what? There's been some games where we've dominated this season and played well and not got our rewards. This was a bit of a flip side. To be honest, this probably should have been the result that was at Old Trafford, and today should have been the result that was at, today should have been the result that was Old Trafford, and today's result should have been what happened on Wednesday, because we dominated that game, in my opinion. The results have been role reversed there completely. It's vice versa. Leeds are walking away devastated there today. I thought it was over. I thought the writing was on the wall. It was coming. But another thing with Ten Hag that he's built into this team, we're not playing well. The link-up's not working with Weghorst. It isn't. It was breaking down the first half. It continued in the second half. But what he has installed in this team is that mentality to just dig in. You're not playing well, dig in and keep in the game. We kept in the game for once. We stayed in it, and then you've got that quality at the other end of the pitch, which makes all the difference. And that's what happened there today. We didn't deserve the win. No, we didn't. Not by any stretch of the imagination did United deserve anything from that game today. But when you hold your nerve and you dig in and you stay in it, you've always got a chance in football. And we did it today. We actually turned it around. It's the first time I've seen United do that in a long time. That's massive for this football team right now. 21 goals for the season for Marcus Rashford. Holy cow. I would have laughed at you if you said that to me at the start of the season, but that's the man reborn. I keep blowing smoke up his ass constantly, I know, but does he not deserve it? That's what you want your striker to do. He's now proving to me that he can actually play number 9 in these positions he's getting in. Maybe that's an option we can use going forward because Weghorst isn't working. Ten Hag did move Weghorst a little bit deeper in that forward position and let Rashford play off him in the second towards the back end. Tactical switches, tweaks here and there. Really surprised at how we approached it in terms of why Martinez wasn't on the pitch in the first place. His substitute did change the game for me, but Ten Hag is actually learning in-game management with this team as he goes. He's having to adapt because, like he said and alluded to in many of his press conferences, the change in midfield and having to adapt to what isn't the norm is where we're struggling at the moment. Fred is just like an Energizer bunny on steroids. He's just full of energy, but his product and then giving the yellow card away. I think what he needs to do is actually get a yellow card and then he calms his game down because he was running around like an headless chicken early doors in that game completely. And he got his yellow card and he calmed down a little bit. He hasn't got the end product. We're seeing it through without Casemiro at the moment. And the results this weekend have been huge for us. It's been a brilliant weekend for United so far. But what we cannot forget is the fact that, yeah, Leicester beat Spurs, which helped us. But we've got Leicester next Sunday after a tough game away at Barcelona. This is good. It needs to be better. We're struggling to manage these fixtures right now. It's starting to catch up with us. You can see it in our energy and how we're playing. But today we dug in and stayed in it. And we've got that determination now, which gives me the confidence that we are going to make top 4. It has been a very, very good day for Manchester United. Let's see if Villa can do us a favour now. I doubt it. But we can't get too greedy, can we? We just got 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of a game that we were absolutely garbage in and didn't deserve anything from. Take what you can and run a mile. That's what we're going to do right now. We move on. It's Barcelona on Thursday. Huge week. Wow, and what a start to it. Guys, cheers for watching. Absolutely brilliant result. Poor performance. Let me know what you think. Give me your marks out of 10 for the players in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of Ten Hag's starting lineup for one. And did he win it back around for you? Because he did for me today. Cheers for watching. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand.